look at this, Danny, is the fact that South Africa really did struggle in this game. We're watching some scenes of the opening ceremony here. They really did struggle to create any real chances to win this game. In fact, the general opinion, what we've gauged after the match, is that Cape Verde came out of it with a lot of credit.
Well, I think, when you look at the amount of players that Cape Verde have to pick from, an incredibly small nation in terms of footballing ability. South Africa, at home, a lot of expectations. That they struggled in the World Cup.
Who's going to get the more stress here? Who's going to be the more pumped? Is it Cape Verde because it's the debut, or is it South Africa because they've got 75,000 people in here and a nation behind them, expectation high?
Well, of course, and you can hear sort of the vuvuzelas in the background. That buzzing noise that is a constant drone in the ears. There was this huge expectation on South Africa. They're not as good as they once were. They don't have quite the superstars, and all the pressure was for them to go out and win this game.
Yeah, there was a lot of conversation in the build-up about the attitude of the team, which the coach has said was the best that he's ever worked with. They were talking about the fact they'd actually delayed the bonus payments until they get into the knockout stages in the quarter-finals. And he said that highlights to me the type of, or the group of players that we're working with. They're putting the team before themselves.
Well, I think when you look around at a lot of these African Cup of Nations teams, a lot of the coaches, have left out top players, if you like.
There's the first attempt, by the way, from Shabalala.
They've left out a lot of their top players, and a lot of the ethos is saying that, we want to be a team. Rather than be, one or two great individuals, the team is far more important.
What about this for a build-up here? This was the first real chance coming up for Cape Verde, who looked at times very comfortable in possession. They didn't seem to be suffering any stress, and this really should have been the goal. It fell for, who else? Platini. With a name like that, he should have finished it.
Well, certainly should have done. It just chokes it a little bit, it just gets it a little bit under his feet. Maybe a little bit of pressure, just trying a little bit too hard, and just drags it wide of the goal.
He was having a really good game. He was permanently involved in the creative input in the middle of the field, and he was getting chances again here. That was after about 35 minutes of the first half.
Again, drives it, going for the near post, always very, very difficult to score. Always told, shoot to the far post. If the keeper saves it, you get an easy rebound at the far post.
Then what about this? At the back post, just the angle, not quite right, and just overcome with a potential headline he would have got had he been able to score. That was Mendes here. Could have got, incidentally, 10-12 to 1 on Cape Verde pulling off a shock here. Up to yesterday, those odds had significantly shortened by kick-off, and significantly shortened more by the end of the first half. Into the second half, Parker and Shabalala coming forward here. It be Shabalala. Very nearly got there. It's a good piece of goalkeeping, that.
Yeah, it's good defended as well. There was one or two half-hearted claims for the penalty. But I think, the defender, it just stands up. It doesn't have to get out of the way. And then the keeper is very, very sharp out to block the shot.
Good piece of goalkeeping coming up here, too, from Sandilands here. Had to just realign himself. He was moving to the left, suddenly had to readjust to the right.
It's one of those headers, isn't it? He heads it down. He doesn't catch it particularly cleanly. It seems to take a nasty little bobble and kick up off the turf, and that second bounce.
Yeah, just there.
And the keeper just gets his fingertips to it.
And that was the last real action of the game, 73 minutes. That was, so we went in another, 20-odd minutes or so, without South Africa really creating anything significant of note. And if you can listen in the background, you might hear a few grumbles.